Well, if I was leaving school today, I think the first thing I would really do is just take any opportunity that comes my way that can enable me to get access to an industry. And it can seem quite menial or it can be daunting, but just go for it. Even if it's not what you thought you might be doing, just grab it and learn from someone, because it will inevitably be useful in your next stage. And what's so great about the network we are really lucky enough to have kind of accumulated over 12 years is these are all guys who, the commonality is there's a passion, there's this absolute belief in what they're doing. And B, I think some of the best ideas, and I know Brent does always say this, is solve a problem. Because if you can make someone's life easier, then you're onto a good thing. So controversial as it is, Uber has solved a major problem. And, so that, don't think about, the profit margins, or, be passionate about it, believe in it, because if you do, that will translate to people you're trying to get on board. And then B, think about things that it can be something as trivial in daily life or something, a broader scope, but think about something that needs solving. And I think they're the two base things that most entrepreneurs use. And never give up, and don't be afraid of failure. And that's a really naff thing to say, but it really is important. Like, my clothing line was fundamentally a failure, despite the fact we got it into some of the greatest stores in the US. It didn't really work. But I learned way more doing that and selling out the boot of the car and taking the fabric to be dyed and trying to create a website with an online e-commerce element, which was pretty novel even back in the day, than going and sitting for, education, really important, but it's not the only answer. And if you don't think outside the box, then just meet people who can help you and just go and do whatever after school work or work experience. These are the guys who just don't give up. And we're actually of a generation that's really lucky that we aren't stuck in one linear career. Once you choose it at, 18, 19, you don't have to continue. Different perhaps to our grandparents or great-grandparents. And yet that can also be quite daunting, because there is no set path. And if you don't have the mindset to go, do you know what, I'm going to accept that I might start here, but it might just ping me that way and then go that way. But one thing, as I said before, is technology is a common thread that links many things together. And it doesn't mean you can't be creative, because in fact, that's the one thing that separates us from, the big fear of AI and robots taking all our jobs, is you still need creative people to work in each of the industries. And so I just think, embrace it. Don't be scared about it. It's not geeky, it's not boring. Just, if you don't, you'll be leapfrogged by someone who does. The internet has opened up so many opportunities for organisations, for people to apply to. We have Founders of the Future, Accelerate Her, all designed to really encourage people and not be this kind of intimidating barrier, but actually open it and access it. So people should contact and really just take the initiative and get in touch, because that's the kind of people we are looking for.